Hey guys, Taren here. If you're like me and you've got a couple of dogs that are complete nincompoops until you go for a run, aren't you guys nincompoops? If your dogs are like that and you're looking for a leash that makes it easier to run with your dogs more often, stay tuned and I'll tell you all about the Iron Doggy hands-free running leashes. What I have in my hot little hands here is the spring-loaded, adjustable, customizable, and now that I've run in it for a couple of months, this one's also scented, hands-free leash by Iron Doggy. The Iron Doggy leash attaches to you with a belt that adjusts to fit anywhere from 27 to 48-inch waists. Then your dog's attached to you with one of two different spring-loaded leash attachments. I preferred the newer and smaller 37-inch long Sidekick leash because it has this foot or so of stiff leash material at the end for you when you've got to grab control of your dog. The other option is the original 54-inch long Runner's Choice, which you can shorten up by clipping this little loop up towards your waist. The longer Runner's Choice leash was designed originally for dogs that like to bolt, and that's why they made it so long, so that there's a longer bungee and less of a jolt on your body when your dog actually does bolt after what it sees. So I would describe these guys as medium good runners. They don't bolt a lot, so I found the extra length of the Runner's Choice leash more than what was necessary. And it was tough to control my dogs because there wasn't that same stiff portion of leash close to the dog's neck. When I did shorten the leash, it was pretty good because I didn't notice it bunched up around my leg and it wasn't in the way at all as I ran. One tip to make sure the leashes stay out of your way as much as possible is to line up the adjustable clippy thing and the clasp on the sides of your waist, not the front and back. Then the leashes can't scoot forward on you when you're running and the dogs jog a little bit ahead of you. The Iron Doggy leash, in my humble opinion, is really good for running with either one of two types of dogs. Either the dog that you're running with on the trails and loves to bolt at anything and everything, so you need a long spring-loaded leash, get the Runner's Choice if that's your dog. Or the perfectly trained, awesome running partner, Rin Tin Tin level obedience dog that stays right on your side. For that dog, get the shorter Sidekick leash. Who this isn't perfect for is people that have dogs like mine who are good but not great running partners and still need to learn good running manners. Because this leash has so much slack, the dogs get no sensation of a leash getting tighter as they tend to slowly move away or forward or look off to the side, and they develop bad running habits. And what I had to be really careful about was coming to a stop. It took the dogs longer to realize we were stopping, so they crept forward a little bit before actually coming to a full stop, which is a little bit dicey when you're coming up to a cross street. I'm no dog whisperer, but my tip to make that as safe as possible is to yell out a really good sit a few feet before you're actually coming to a stop, so that the dogs pick up on the idea that in the next few feet they've got to be sitting down. Other than the lack of control of being able to guide my guys into the safest spot possible, the Iron Doggy leash was really good for being able to run hands-free. When the dogs are on my side, the leash doesn't move at all, and it was really convenient. It is a little bit pricier than other options, coming in at either 43 or 48 bucks for a belt and one leash, but it is a little bit nicer option than some of the other leashes I've seen because the leashes can slide back and forth along the belt and not tug at your waist, or you can even add on a fanny pack, and fanny packs are always in style. So if you have any other questions about the Iron Doggy leash, I'll put a link to it in the description below so you can check everything out there. If you're a regular A-Race viewer and you dug the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button below. Or if you're a first timer, I would love if you subscribe. You can see from a couple of the other videos over here that A-Race is for triathletes, swimmers, cyclists and runners who just want to get a little faster, figure out what gear to buy, and have more fun with endurance sports. If that's you and you're watching on a computer, you can click anywhere on me or the subscribe just above my head here. Or if you're watching on mobile, just hit the subscribe button below. Here's to having safe and happy walks with your pups and kill your next day race. You guys are nincompoops. That's right. That's right. You, especially. You're a nincompoop especially. You are a nincompoop all the time, so it's expected. But you are a special nincompoop on the run.